Last time on Total Party Guild.
And he reaches down to try and grab you.
So it wasn't you being benevolent. It was you wanting to let Stennel get as close as you could to it so that when it exploded, it would do more damage to him.
Sometimes benevolent and malevolent look an awful lot alike.
Welcome, heroes, to Total Party Guild, your weekly retro-wave-inspired D&D podcast. I'm Sean Rowe, and I'll be your DM for this story arc. Tonight, our guild hired
Vanessa Otero playing Jewel Von Onyx Human Bard.
Jeremy Blackheart playing Brilliance of B Redmoon, a fighter warlock.
And Justin Lamb playing Stennel Bjornsson, a halfling barbarian.
Last time on Total Party Guild, our adventuring adventurers made their way to the basement of a mind flayer, although they didn't know it was a mind flayer. Lord Strangenfell, looking like a really old, spindly man, was merely just wearing a magical disguise. And when he revealed himself to be a mind flayer, he invited them to join him in his conquest of Westbank. They politely refused, followed by a grenade. Battle ensued, and at the end, they won out. Although Lord Strangenfell, now revealed to be a mind flayer, escaped, missing an arm, leaving it behind. Inside the basement, where the heroes are, you can see above you this large, weird construction full of bubbling, greenish, glowing liquid. Tubes hanging down, running to several boxes that are in front of you. Those boxes you've opened up to find contraptions, walking machines armed with weapons of war. And inside of them, there were brains. You've removed the brains, and now those things sit quiet, sitting there in the basement. Osric had finally made his way down to the basement after clearing up the mansion above, and here we are, sitting in the basement. Adventurers, what do you wish to do?
Well, this first we got.
Yeah.
Um,
You picked up you picked out the jar of a brain and it the lights dimmed out or something.
Mm.
Are there any crates we can go through?
There's several crates down here, and the floor is covered with a mist, almost a knee high. There's cables that run across the ground. Osric, when he arrived, had started sending some of the other adventurers to take a look at the basement as well. If you start opening up crates, you'll discover that they have parts on the inside. Some sheet metals, some screws and nuts. It looks like there's plenty of pieces to continue building more of these machines. You'll spend a bit of time going through some of these boxes, maybe about an hour or so.
I think mostly I'm going to be sitting on one of these contraptions and just trying to do a short rest.
I'm
That was tough.
crowbarring everything.
You're crowbarring everything. All right, so since it does take about an hour, Stennel, you can go ahead and get your short rest. You're going to spend recovery dice or anything like that? Is that your plan?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll on your recovery dice. Jewel, you're fucking around with the boxes. So as you open everything in the basement, you know, like I said, it's pretty much just more materials used to build some of these things. Some of the boxes are empty, and those are pushed against the far wall. But the rest of the stuff is materials. One of the other adventurers comes back after a little bit and seeing what you're doing, and then points to the far wall. It kind of disappears off into the darkness for everyone except for B, who could see that there's another opening, an archway on the far southern wall.
Do we want to go in there?
As you approach the southern archway, you see that there is some steel tracks that are laid into the ground, much like the ones that the Pewter Kings were using with their carts previously.
Don't show Stennel. He'll dip into this thing as quick as he can and rush off into the darkness.
I don't know if I have any more in me.
Yeah, it was a rough fight.
I'm still sitting on one of these contraptions like it's carrying me piggyback.
I suppose we should make sure there's no brain dog.
In the tunnel?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow that other adventurer that went in.
The other adventurer, she didn't go inside. She just pointed at it, and then she shrugs her shoulders. But that's as far as she's willing to go.
Okay, I'll step in a little bit.
It stretches off into the darkness. You can see that it has a gently downward slope for a little bit, and then it rapidly drops off. So it looks like it's going down at an angle for a little bit, and then it sharply churns and goes down into the ground.
Like straight down? Like somebody bore a hole?
And no, it's still at like you'd have to get all the way down there. But if you do go all the way down there, it's just like a mine shaft almost going down to the earth.
Just at an angle.
I'll just back away slowly.
Should we just blow this up?
Just collapse the entrance and pretend it's all over.
I hope it doesn't affect the infrastructure above.
Or if it does,
Let's just fill the whole thing with seawater.
is there a magic-y way to do that?
Abracadabra.
Like,
No.
I don't know if any of you magic people can like open gates. Is that a thing?
I'm sure
Like
it is a
fence?
thing, but I don't. It's you have to be very high level to be able to do that.
Well, because if someone opened a gate here and then put the other end underwater, could, yeah, like flood this thing, like you said.
Who knows how deep it goes? What if we just cement over it?
I didn't bring any cement.
So, Osrit, is this something that the guild can handle from here? Because I have a mad case of the sleepies.
Well, I mean, we didn't really have much else to do now, do we? We've got the evidence. We'll bring it to the crown and find out what they want to do.
I suppose I should give you a hand.
Oh, that's gross.
I would never have thought of doing that.
But yeah, no, I'll definitely bring this up. So, I mean, for the rest of you, my plan is, I mean, we can seal off this house and we can investigate it at our leisure, or you can look around a little bit more. But we'll post some guards here.
I guess it's kind of free pickings now.
That's kind of what I'm afraid of. Is that if we don't post some guards here, maybe I mean they know now that we know. So if there's anything important, maybe they'll come back and get it.
Speaking of important, I should go have a look. And I put my fists on my hips. I'm gonna go raid.
All right. Are you starting in the basement area, or are you going back up into the house?
I mean, we've already looked through everything down here, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much all this is.
Yeah. So back up.
Here, I'll go with you.
Well, if you're gonna strong arm
Gotta
me
get
into it,
Steno
I'll go
and give a
too.
wink.
All right, so you guys move back into the mansion. It's a fairly nice place. The bottom level has the main sitting room, and a dining room, and a couple of other side, like there's a library and a smoking room and a billiards room. It's fairly well appointed. And there's stairs that spiral up to the next two floors. Did you want to investigate down here or go up farther?
Hey, Steno.
Yes.
If you were something of value, where would you be?
I don't know. Why are you holding my hand while I'm thinking about this?
I grew used to the other one.
Ew, that's not your hand. If I was valuable, I would be in a book.
Okay, Joel, if you were something valuable, where would you be?
I don't know, an office, a bedroom.
The bedroom.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Right. You guys go up to the bedroom, and inside of the there's several bedrooms on the second and third floor. Most of them look like guest rooms. They're well appointed, but there's nothing like to indicate that anyone actually lives in most of these rooms on the second floor. You can see one of the rooms has like shattered windows and a dead guy there, and with signs of a grenade that exploded and took him out previously. Moving on to the third floor, almost the entire third floor is like a master bedroom and has this huge bath in the corner that's got tiled floor around it, but it's like visible from as soon as you get up to the third floor. There is a large oaken desk in the corner, a huge like 4-poster bed with the like silks hanging down from the top. It's well appointed. You see all kinds of different like gold highlighted statues and paintings hanging on the wall. And this man, he made a lot of money.
So where is he keep? Sloop the room?
You want to spend some time investigating here?
Yes.
All right. Is everyone going to go
I'll
ahead
help.
and spend time investigating here?
Yeah, I'll help.
All right. So we can do a group investigation, or we can have one person roll at advantage.
Is any one of us good at investigating?
No.
No.
I have a +2.
I have a -1.
And a -1 as well. Maybe then we should do a group investigation and hope somebody gets lucky.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone go ahead and roll me investigation.
11.
11.
21.
All right.
I'm definitely jumping on the bed for part of this.
I was just going to cut to Stenel on the bed. So that's amazing. All right. So Stenel's like trying to use the bed to leap higher so he can see like farther in the room. B is investigating several of the golden statues that happen to vanish when he's investigating it. And Jewel, you're taking a look at the desk, and you're like moving some of the objects on the desk. And as you do, there's like a pot of ink, and you kind of just like lift up the pot of ink, and you see that there's a cord that's attached to the base of the pot of ink. It's like you barely lift it up, you feel like extra resistance, and you kind of just like pull up on it a little bit.
Like there's like a hidden compartment underneath it.
Yes.
Okay, I'll open it.
All right. So by opening it, you actually pull up a little higher on the ink pot, and it pulls the cord until the cord goes super taut, and then you hear this click, and then you feel a draft of air pushing from behind you.
We just open a hidden door or something.
When you turn around to look, you see that there's the wall itself is beginning to open up a little bit, and it's like moving on well-greased hinges. It's almost completely silent. About a half a second later, you get this putrid scent that hits your nostril.
Can I hop down over
Yeah.
to where the wall's swinging open and be like, hey, look what I found. Guys, you got to smell this.
It smells bad.
Oh,
Wrinkle my
thank
nose.
you.
oh, that is ripe. What's in here? Is there light? Can we see?
There's no light that's turned on inside the room yet.
Does my sword glow when I pull it out?
Yeah.
I'm going to wave it around.
All right. So you open the door a little bit, and your glowy sword reflects off of the light of several golden rings and the body of a man on the inside of the room. He's sitting at a second smaller desk.
Is he dead?
The rotting smell clearly indicates that he's dead.
The original Lord Stangenfell.
As you walk in to go peer, yep, that kind of looks like the original Lord Strangenfell. There's a large, neat hole bored into the center of his forehead.
Whoa. No thanks.
And now this thing has our names.
On the desk, there's several neatly bound books and a key that's just sitting there.
You say I'll take the key and look for a lock.
Yeah, there's no lock here. You don't see one. You just see the key and the books.
What's in the books?
we're like having hive mind right now because I was literally about to say the exact same thing.
The books are shipping ledgers. They go back, like looking at one of the books on the desk. It's like from several years ago. The most current book stops 6 months ago. It has a date, and a meeting location, and the name of Mr. Besselman penciled into it.
So maybe Mr. Besselman was a conduit to get the Lord Stangenfell to get the Mind Flayer in the place of Lord Strangenfell.
He's the bad guy.
Well, he's probably at least an assistant to the bad guy, or a really good connection.
Well, if anything, this is evidence.
I'll walk back into the office or into the bedroom and look for a lock that this key might go into.
You spend some time looking around, but you don't see anything that key would fit.
What else is in the secret room?
Besides the books, and that there's several shelves that sits behind him, and there is a couple of vials that are sitting on top of the shelves, and then there's a small jeweled box also sitting on the shelves.
I will take it and open it without thinking anything.
When you open the small jeweled box, it has like several diamonds sitting on the bottom of like a well lined. The words that I'm looking for are velvet. There we go. A velvet lined jeweled box, and inside of it is multiple diamonds.
My jaw hits the floor, and I go,
You all right in there?
and how many are there?
There's about 6.
I'll take 2 of them and put them on my eyes.
I mean, they're smaller diamonds, but by doing that, yeah, they look shiny.
He's gone anime.
And then I'll go to Steno, 2 for you, and 2 for Jewel.
Why,
Ooh,
thank you,
shiny.
sir.
When you get them appraised in the future, they're worth about 20 platinum apiece.
Wow.
Well, books.
Mhm.
And it's just shipping stuff with Mr. Busselman.
The books have all kinds of details on the inside of it. It's not just Mr. Besselman. Although looking through the books and spending time, you do see that he did use Mr. Besselman multiple times over the years. Most of the shipping that he's moving is code named, right? He doesn't have the green room is an item that he's moving, and he moved it like 4 years ago. The velvet rabbit was another one that was moved like 2 years ago. And that was with Mr. Besselman, but it also shows like legitimate businesses on there as well that he was moving stuff. But this looks like it was more of a black book. Maybe he was using a legitimate business, but not necessarily reporting that this is what was going on. For tax purposes.
Let's see. Well, this is over my head.
But we still don't know what that key goes to, do we? Do
No, I don't. I didn't
do
find
we
anything out here.
remember seeing any locked doors or conspicuous things? That's a big word, conspicuous.
No, you don't remember seeing any locked doors or conspicuous things.
There's nothing on the shelves in the secret room that look like they have a lock on them.
No.
Okay.
Maybe it goes to the smaller baby house out back.
Yeah, maybe there's an actual office or den or something.
The key that we found.
Yes.
Is it like a small key like to a book, or is it a big key to like a door, or like a medium-sized key to like a chastity belt?
The third one.
Chastity
I mean, if you
belt
give me
key.
options, I'm going to go with the third one.
Is he wearing a chastity belt?
You want to look?
I do not. We'll never know.
So now that you're spending some time to look at the key itself, because you just picked it up, kind of like looked at it. There's a tiny engraving on the key. It's a very small symbol that almost looks like a bird. Looking at the symbol, everyone go ahead and roll me a knowledge check. That's a knowledge check. History? Yeah, we'll do history or intelligence, whichever one's better.
Oh, better than me. 16 or 17. Can't do math.
4.
All right, so 2 out of the 3 of you immediately recognize it as a bank inside West Bank.
Oh,
Huh.
It's
lockbox.
huh?
It's a lockbox key.
Yes, it is a lockbox.
As gross as it is, does he have like a signet ring?
The signet ring that should be on his finger is actually being worn by the other Strangenfell, the Mind Flayer Strangenfell. You do remember seeing it on the Mind Flayer Strangenfell. He does have a handful of rings left on his fingers. They're just like simple gold and diamonds and stuff like that.
Yeah. Is it on the hand that we have?
That's a very good question. It might be. Roll me a d10, and a 1 through 5 is a no, and a 6 through 10 is a yes.
You roll it.
Ooh. I heard a dice roll. Who rolled it?
Wasn't me.
Do that. I rolled a 1.
Ah,
You rolled a 1. Okay, so no, it's on his other hand.
Heck, I'm gonna start pulling the rings off the dead guy.
They slough off with skin.
I'm gonna act like one is really, really stuck. Be like, B, can you give me a hand? I need a
just
little more
gonna leave the
elbow
room.
grease.
Nope, I'm leaving the room.
Oh, this guy's actually got elbow grease. Ugh.
We're going to leave Stennel in the room to loot the body because none of us want to be in there. And I'm going to be prestidigitating the smell away from me.
Can I close Stennel in that room, please?
No, don't do that.
Is there anything in his pockets? Like robes?
Yeah, he's got robes, no pocket.
No inside pockets?
No inside pocket.
Okay. All right. So just the rings then. Does he have any toe rings? You know what? Never mind. I'll just take these.
You're a sick man, Stennel.
He's dead.
I'm gonna go look at the dead servant in the grenade room and see if he has a ring or something that says he's from this estate.
That guy doesn't have it, but as you are going through the house, you do find his steward, dead on the second floor. Looks like he was fighting on the stairwell, and the steward is wearing a signet ring.
And I yell, "We're in!" Should we give those books to Ozart?
I mean, I guess. I don't know how much it will help him, but it will definitely lead to where we've already been with Mr. Besselman.
Well, maybe.
I mean,
Yeah, maybe for evidence or clues.
if anything, it looks like Squidheads are mounting a full scale robo war.
Against West Bank.
It'd be like Mars attacks.
Matt.
Nice.
So this will give the city something to look into.
Man, guys, that was scary. You want to know what's really weird? Like we almost left. Like we almost left the city for weeks. What if nobody found out about this? We could have come back to a whole city of brains.
Yeah. How many people have been infiltrated already?
How do we know without just like randomly stabbing people to see if dog brains pop out?
Magic.
Detect thoughts, maybe?
Yeah. Massive detect thought.
You could do some research on mind flayers and intellect powers and see if there's anything else available
Yeah.
to stop that from happening.
Yes. If we do enough research on them, can we just have stat blocks?
I mean, no.
We do enough research, we find the monster manual.
Yeah. But I mean, you might find out some very interesting things that are super important.
He stumbled over the word important.
Maybe it's not as important. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
But okay. Yeah, we can do that. I mean, we'll take a couple hours searching the house and looking through the rooms, I want to look for an actual office just to see if there's any papers laying around, any information laying around, any diamonds laying around. And then maybe let's go hit up the bank and then a library or whoever can provide us with high quality monster research. That sound like a plan?
All right. So again, for you guys, for the time you guys are spending inside the house, go ahead and roll me another investigation check. And this will determine the quality of information that you guys get. So all three. In case Sten will run across something, he's like, "Guys, what's this?"
Hey, don't do a steno. Actually, go on. That was pretty good. 13.
Oh, look! I found this in the fridge. It looks like a sandwich. We should eat it.
Hey.
It looks like it's slices of brains in that thing.
It just looks like spam. Spam sandwich.
Oh my god, a brain sandwich because he's a mind flayer. That's hilarious.
Oh, God. But he's still eating like the lettuce and mayonnaise and tomato.
Yeah. All the
Look,
other.
I like
all the other
sriracha on my brain sandwich, okay?
All right, what'd you guys roll?
15.
Oh, I somehow got another 21, but
Yeah, okay,
that's weird.
whatever.
I did. I rolled 19. Maybe my dice is weighted. I don't know.
No, I don't know either. What did you roll
I
again?
only roll on stupid shit. I only roll
Jeremy?
high on stupid
That's
shit.
true. That's true.
15.
15? Okay. So combined as you guys search the rest of the house, actually every one of you roll me 1d4.
3.
4. Heck.
3, 2, and a 4. Okay. Jeremy, when you are messing around with one of the shelves, a small crystal sphere rolls out of a sconce and lands nearby. When you pick it up, it begins to glow and pulse. You pick yourself up a drift globe.
Hey.
Yeah. Who rolled a 3?
Me.
In the medicine cabinet, you find a small potion of healing, and you rolled a 4.
Yeah.
In a underneath the sink, in the back, in a small brown box, as you pull it open and lift open the top, there is a vial that looks like a potion of healing. It's covered in dust, so it's been back there for a while. But as you begin to clear off some of it, it has these angelic wings on the outside, and it's like Mr. Pendlerose's Greater Potion of Healing, brought to you by Mr. Pendlerose. You also discover some information. There is an actual office downstairs. When you are investigating the actual office, there is more ledgers. This is not the Black Book ledgers. This is the stuff that he is known to be making purchases of. He most recently made a purchase of a steel mill, and has been having special items crafted from the steel mill and delivered to a warehouse on the docks. Although there's also been reports of several of those items being stolen recently from the steel mill. He also shows that 16 crates were delivered to his location, and he shows movement of 12 of those crates outside of this house.
So did we find 4 crates down below?
You found 4 crates of the correct size and dimension that carried the walkers on the inside.
Okay. Is there any notes on who they suspect of having stolen the specialized metal parts?
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
I know you're not gonna believe me, but I literally just rolled another 19 plus 2. No, plus 1. So that is a dirty 20.
That die that you have, it is blessed right now, Vanessa.
It is blessed.
Yeah, blessed. Your mind puts 2 and 2 together, and you realize that stolen from the warehouse was probably something that Mr. Besselman did, and then delivered those parts to here to make these things, quietly.
Oh, reverse laundered.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It also shows he got a hefty sum paid to him from the insurance company.
Oh.
Ha.
Okay. What a
Does
racket.
it say, Jewel, does it say the addresses of the places those other big crates went?
I put my finger on the ledger and just kind of move it back and forth as I'm reading line by line to see if I can come up with addresses as Vanessa looks at the DM. Do I see that?
Through time and space, you look at the DM. The crates were delivered here, and then he does have a notation of them being removed. And he drew like a little crown next to each one. You're assuming that that was delivered then to the Pewter Kings. You're not sure where it went afterwards. The last that you guys had heard was the Pewter Kings were moving stuff to a warehouse, but by the time Osric's team made it there, it was empty. So the
Right.
piece of information that you have gathered so far, just to summarize, is that you now know that he's been for the last 6 months building these walkers inside this facility. There's 12 of them at large, and the last time that Mr. Strangenfell, the real Mr. Strangenfell, was alive, he met Mr. Besselman at Starfell Lane.
Starfell Lane?
Yes, although that name
Like
doesn't
a
ring a bell.
star fell from the sky.
Yeah, like a star fell from the sky.
Okay.
While my compatriots are still investigating the house, I'll draw some water from the kitchen and into big mugs and pass them around. I think the water's safe to drink. That probably doesn't have brains in it. Probably.
He's worried your guys' brains will overheat. All that thinking.
I look worriedly
like-
at B because his might.
Oh, jeez. Well, now I'm picturing Jewel with like the overlay of, the geometry and the algebra and the different equations. She pieces
I
it
have
all
an okay
together.
intelligence. Not my dump stat, that's for sure. Okay. Well,
Oh, were we supposed to be thinking about this?
you're like tapping out a new dance routine. What if instead of
Her
going
arms
to 8,
are-
you went to 9? 1, 2,
Mm.
3, 4, 5, 6,
What?
7, 8, 9. 1, 2.
Her arms are just so big. I don't think I can do the lift with her, but it'd look weird if she did the lift with me. Might as well try it, I guess.
Well, we
I
have a
think you'd look really
hefty
good.
amount of information. Sorry, Justin, were you saying something?
No, I was just saying B would look good being the lifted.
Being the baby, not the Johnny.
No, we're not dancing. We're listening to you, Joel.
That's fine. I'm just I'm trying to think of a crime scene investigation show where the like stuff lights up and you're like automatically drawn to it, like Psych, where he sees something and he kind of does like little notations. He's like, "Oh, I see this," and then it kind of do some math. Instead of doing the brain math thing, I'm doing like a psych thing, trying to investigate this room to get information out of it. Anyway, okay. So now that we have information, do we want to try the bank?
I mean, we should yell at Osric first.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll try to send a cantrip message towards the last place we saw Osric, which was like the basement.
Yeah, it misses.
Do we know if he was planning on staying around?
Yeah, he was planning on staying around. He's just not in the basement.
Okay, see if we can find him, I guess. I have to use magic.
Yeah, he's sitting comfortably in one of the chairs. And it looks like he's smoking some of Strangenfell's pipe tobacco, and he's just like almost nodding off in the chair. And then you guys approach him. Oh, how goes it?
We found some information. Like nod to B because it was your idea to come in here.
Oh, yeah. That.
He's staring off into space again.
I was just like, I wonder why they put cloth on the walls. Yeah, so we found books and some more books. They're all pretty boring, but I mean, there's more of those metal walker thingies with the brain jars around. How many more, Joel?
12.
12 of them.
12. Oh, that's not good.
There's also a set of cooked books and a set of the above board books. And then it looks like Strangenfell, excuse me, it looks like Strangenfell was killed about 6 months ago, and the Mind Flayer has been living in his place.
Just as a correction, it is Stangenfell. I wrote a sloppy TA next to it, so when I re-looked at my notes today, I've been pronouncing it wrong. Do apologize. So you're
Okay.
right, Stangenfell. That's his name.
Literally no one would have known. Maybe he just pronounced it weird with his weird accent, and so everyone was calling him Strangenfell.
It could have been.
So we're talking about Lord Stroganoff.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Stromboli.
Wait, Joel, why do we care about cookbooks?
Not cooking books, like books that have been cooked, like when you
Wow.
keep books off record of your nefarious deeds, aren't they called cooked books? Like they're cooked? No,
Isn't that just a diary?
no,
Wait,
no.
like we
Gotta hit
cut into the books and they were really caked?
no.
Wait, is that a thing?
That's not
Don't worry about
that reference isn't going to age well.
it. I'm sure it will. Bantham's a crazy place.
Osric politely just nods his head at you guys as you are talking amongst yourselves,
Hmm.
thinking,
Oh yeah, and there's a body upstairs.
thinking to himself that this is definitely going in the file.
A real goopy body. It stinks.
And this body, would that be
And the secret bedroom, the bedroom secrets. There's a
There's a
secret
bedroom on the third
place.
floor, and there's a
Yes.
secret room in the bedroom.
Thank you. Ah,
You're welcome.
and I'll whisper really loudly to Jewel. Lying makes me nervous.
Yeah.
He shakes his head, stands up, says, "Well, I'll go take a look at them bodies, and then you think there's anything else of value here?"
I don't know. I don't think so.
All right. Well, like I said, we'll post some people to watch it until the city does what it's going to do. Maybe they'll even pay
Right.
us a bounty, yeah? And he wanders off.
What time is it?
You guys been here since since earlier in the day, so now it's actually getting close to evening time.
Bank's probably not even open anymore.
Yeah, because I think that you guys got back, you took a long rest. No, you met with Stangenfell, went back to the guild, immediately assaulted the place. So
That is true.
yeah, but that was in the afternoon. So yeah, it's definitely evening time now. When you look outside, it's dark.
Well, we can probably get back to the guild and do some research.
One more thing I want to do before we go is grab one of the steward's suits that looks to be close to my size.
Okay. The steward was about average. Are you about average, B?
A little tall and skinny on the skinnier side.
Okay, so you can wear it, but it's not gonna fit you.
Mm.
It'll look funny, or it'll be a new fashion
that?
statement. You know, high waters.
Yeah, sure. Like MC Hammer pants.
Yeah.
Parachute pants.
The new MC Hammer, BC Hammer.
All right. So what's the guys' plan? You guys gonna head back to the guild?
I feel like we've done all we can today.
So back to the guild you go. Or unless Jules heading home. What's the plan?
No, I'll go back to the guild with them.
Okay. Screen swipe, shoop. You guys arrive back at the guild. It's a good half-hour cart ride back to the guild. And you guys are now in the main room of the guild. What do you guys wish to do?
Drink. I mean,
There's already beer in your hand.
oh, thank goodness.
I'm going to pull the bear hide off the wall, lay it next to the fireplace, and curl up like a cat and nap.
All right. Yep. No one seems to mind. There isn't too many people in here. Most of the adventurers that have been on that mission have come back. Osric, true to his word, has kept 2 of them to watch over the mansion. But if the city doesn't do anything soon, they'll probably stop watching over the place. As a side note, Jeremy, is this a monarchy here? I was trying to look up on the website, but I didn't see anything about West Bank.
Oh, it's like a board of merchants.
Okay, cool.
Oligarchy? It's a question because out of character because Stenel wouldn't know the word. Where people with money are in charge.
My thought was that it's a board of merchants that realized that happier people actually make for a better economy. So they generally try and do right by people on a large scale, at least. Huh?
There's a twist. I really like it. Yeah. Oligarchy doesn't inherently have to be bad. It just depends a lot on the people who are doing the decision making.
It is a plutocracy.
Plutocracy.
What?
A plutocracy or plutarchy.
Yeah.
Society ruled or controlled by people of great wealth or income.
So the guild would be bringing this to the board of merchants so that they know what's going on.
We just call them the board.
That's giving me control vibes. Send this to the board. I don't know, but it's fun to think about these things while I'm deep into my second flagon.
All right. So B's taking a nap and Stenel is drinking and trying to figure out who exactly they're going to be contacting next. Jewel, what are you doing?
I want to research, but I'm not sure if the guild really has like a library or tomes that we can look into.
Well, I mean, I would imagine that they would have something. Like they would have some sort of research center. That they've had adventurers attack, fight things over the years. And I'm imagining that they would be kept in like journals or archives. We can call it that. Take me to the archives.
Yeah. So I'll take some time in the archives.
Sweet. Go ahead and roll me a investigation check followed by Constitution save.
Oh,
Okay. Well, investigation was a 3.
All right.
Constitution was an 18.
So you are spending time going deep into the night, pulling all kinds of different books that you think is going to have the answers. There is a couple of stories of adventurers that have gone against mind flayers and intellect devourers. Unfortunately, your brain just doesn't catch anything important as you're looking through it. It doesn't necessarily mean that these volumes don't have anything important inside of it. It just means that at this current time, you didn't find anything useful.
I'm just not making the connections.
Right. Or you're skipping through chapters trying to find something interesting, like more of the skimming the books, and you know that there's something important in here, but you were unable to locate it.
Right. So I'm just going to have to take time and read every word
Yep.
at some point.
Or outsource.
Yeah. Okay.
But that'll put it deep into the night. So unless you guys are planning on doing anything else, it'll be resty, sleepy time for the party.
Yeah.
Yes. That.
can I curl up
I'll
with
wake up at like 3 in the morning. Where the hell am I?
Oh, can I be curled up like the big spoon behind B?
Protecting him. Yep. Sure. So B, you wake up and Stenel is curled up next to you.
I just see the small hand and I grab the wrist. I go, oh no, this isn't the bartender, is it? And I like lift it and then slowly turn. And then a big sigh of relief.
So you wake up at 3 in the morning, pull yourself off of Stenel, and then go back to bed.
Yeah, I just wrap him in the bear hide.
Time passes.
And give,
You guys wake
give him
up
a
the next
little pat.
day,
Oh.
early in the morning, having breakfast. What's the plan?
What is the
I'll waltz into the guild house with like a basket of baked goods and kombucha and I'll plop it down at a table with you guys and prepare to talk about what I didn't learn and what we want to do with the day.
The smell of fresh baked goods hits you all in the nostrils like a 2-ton heavy thing.
Bullet.
Well, now I want some of that. I want to eat whatever is heavy in my nose.
Help yourself. There's
It's like the lightest, most flavorful honey buns, crisp, and just like almost eating clouds of baked good air.
very descriptive?
I want to be there, and
I'm
I
going
want
to
to do
mage
that.
hand them to my mouth faster.
Right out of my hands.
Yes.
Like a, hey.
Stenel's mouth clamps down on empty air, his teeth clacking together as he looks up at B, who's going.
All innocent eyes.
Major illusion, another donut in front of, or minor illusion, another donut in front of Stenel.
I'm gonna scowl at B, keeping eye contact. Grab the illusory donut, like I'm gonna eat it.
And slides through it.
I grope around till I find a real honey bun,
Honey bun.
and I throw it at B.
I'll eat that too. I don't give a fuck.
I was aiming for your face though.
That's fine.
Okay, and then I'll
Piece of extra.
eat a real one, hopefully.
No, I'll just let it hit me and then eat it as I stare at you.
Mage hand picks it up and it's like just giving it to him while his regular hand's just sitting like steepled in front of him.
Nice.
I wonder if anyone managed to take that other job.
Well, Spurn said he'd get somebody to take care of it.
You know what I don't want to do is fight more mind flayers. I think it's time to move. We should move. I should move.
Move cities.
Yeah, but the Underdark's connected to everything, so
Oh, life on the sea. We should get a ship.
It's not connected to Wara Wara.
What's Bora Wara?
It is an island on the southeast side of the continent where Zumarin is near.
Oh yeah, I would know that. It's not.
There's a big pirate town there.
I could probably get us in there.
I don't want to leave West Bank. Do you guys want to try the bank?
Oh yeah, that. Who has the key? Do I have the key?
I honestly just literally assume that every single time there's something important, Jewel has it. Just
Yeah,
the-
good call.
The responsible one.
That puts a lot of pressure on me.
So you have the key, right?
I have the key. You have the signet ring. You try it.
I suppose.
I have disguise self.
Can you cast that on someone else?
No.
What's that?
Disguise self. Never mind. It's pretty descriptive just in the title.
Yeah, it does have self in the name.
Yep. Makes sense. It's not like disguise others.
Right. Polymorph.
Disguise what you said.
You know those like wood cutout things where you can just stick your face in?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is about the extent I can do because of minor illusion.
It's a non-moving just image with your face hanging out through it. Yeah, I love it. It's
Yeah.
great. But I thought you did have like extensive like theater background. You could dress yourself up, paint yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I have a disguise kit and I'm going to use it.
Okay.
What are you going to disguise yourself as?
I'm going to paint my skin a more normal blush color and make my horns black.
Okay. You're not really disguising yourself as anybody in particular?
No, just a different tiefling.
Okay.
And when we get
It'll be
ahead,
good
sorry.
enough. Most people won't notice, so I'm not gonna have you roll. Just it'll cover for you as a different tiefling.
how far away is the bank?
About a half hour.
Okay. So when we start to get kind of close to it, like 5 minutes away, I want to duck in somewhere and cast disguise self on myself, and so I can look like the steward of the Stangenfell.
All right,
Then
that sounds good.
We can pop back out and keep going to the bank.
And you arrive outside of Zion's Bank. It looks to be a fairly well-established bank. It's a little bit more fancy. It's definitely somewhere that someone who has a lot of extra money would do his banking. And there are a couple of guards posted outside, and also as soon as you walk into the main lobby, there's a couple of guards posted there as well, and a steward of the bank who is there to greet any of the fancier peoples who come inside. His eyes flow over all of you, looking at you, Jewel, and then your two people that you have as an entourage. A small smile breaks across his face, and he begins walking over to you. Will the adventurers be able to find out what's inside this bank? Will they be able to discover what the key belongs to? Will they find out how deep this mind flayer invasion has gone? Find out next time on Total Party Guild. But before we go, some words from our party.
Hello, everybody. Check us out on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, Instagram as Total Party Guild. We are looking to meet our lofty goal of 500 followers on Twitter, and then we're going to give away a Total Party Guild custom dice box. It's the pictures are on Twitter, so if you want to see what it looks like. I will give you the small caveat that my very cursed dice have touched them, so there's that.
You could fix it by taking that D20 that you've been rolling all night and putting it inside the box.
Smudge it with some sage before I send it.
Yes.
There you go.
Are you trying to get me to curse my dice that has been rolling nothing but 19s?
No.
Kind of. Don't do it.
Jimmy.
Fight the urge.
All right, Justin.
Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, print us out on sheets of paper, and hang us up in your kitchen to look at our blog posts while you're cooking. It's good mojo.
Burn our episodes to CD and leave them in rental cars.
And if you want to learn more about Arosa, the cast, the characters, or anything in between, check us out at totalpartyguild.com, where you can learn about all of that and more.
And remember, a guild of many defeats more monsters. Party on!
Party on!
Party
Party
on.
on.